and the home of the Breads and Fillies, WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
You're tuning in to the live coverage of Harrison County basketball. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Hinton Mills, Sorrel Home Medical, Harrison Memorial Hospital, Southern States, Edward Jones Investments, Bluegrass Stockyards, Ag Credit Mid-America, Van Hook Hardware, Poindexter Lumber Company, Angelo's Pizza, Hardee's of Cynthiana, First Methodist Church, State Farm Insurance Agent Joe Cochran, Snappy Tomato Pizza, El Paricatin Mexican Restaurant, Weber Farms, Maysville Community and Technical College, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Chad Eversole, and Judy Construction. And now for all the play-by-play action, here's your host, Ed Lewis.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hilltop, home of the Harrison County Fillies. And tonight, it's senior night at the Hilltop, as we're just a little over 2 weeks away from the 38th District Tournament action. Harrison County Fillies playing host to the Maysville St. Patrick Lady Saints here tonight as we get ready to get this game underway. Harrison County coming in, doing a nice job with a 12-10 record overall, coming off of some big wins from a week ago. The St. Pat team, on the other hand, 3-14 on the year. We'll see how they get ready to square off coming up in just a little bit. As we mentioned, it is senior night at the Hilltop. Harrison County with 4 seniors on the roster, and they continue to be honored before, just about 20 minutes or so ago, honoring the 4 seniors, which includes, of course, Madeline Carson, also Bailey Hudgens, Katie Linville, Hayden Lunsford, all getting honored before tonight's ball game. They also honored a young man that's a part of the dance team a little bit ago as well. So congratulations to them, as it's been a fun ride. Many of them are 5 and 6 years players on this varsity ball club, so it's been a fun ride to get to see them as well. As you mentioned, Bailey the other night getting her 1,000th point, and so congratulations to them as we look forward to hopefully still a long run in their career as they continue to get ready for tournament play. As we mentioned, just a little over 2.5 weeks away. Kind of turning the page to this game tonight. This is the 14th time these two teams have met since 1999. Harrison County at 10-3 during that run. Fillies, as I mentioned, with 10 out of those 13 wins. Maysville St. Pat through 2009 through 12 went on a 3-year run defeating Harrison County. But since then, it's been all Fillies basketball, including last year making our way to St. Pat. Saw Harrison County winning that one 70-41 just a year ago. As we're inching our way closer to getting tonight's game underway, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to step out, hear from a couple of our sponsors, and when we return, we'll have more here in our pregame report. You are listening to the Cynthiana Hardee's pregame report here from the Hilltop and Harrison County Fillies High School basketball on WCYN.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
And back here at the Hilltop here tonight, as we mentioned, it is senior night. Harrison County and Maysville St. Pat as we're inching our way closer to tip-off, a little under 5 minutes from tip-off tonight. So we take a kind of maybe a quicker look. Harrison County, the Fillies, with about 8 games left after tonight, and a very big one this coming Thursday as they get in district play against Pendleton County. We'll, of course, have that back on the radio side of things on Thursday night with tip-off scheduled at 7:30. Saturday, it's going to be a fun time for this Harrison County Ball Club as they make the trip to Indiana to Hoosier Gym. Yes, the place they filmed the movie Hoosiers. They'll be taking on Lewis County. Now, that's a morning session. 10 a.m. is scheduled tip-off on Saturday morning. So please join Jim for that. That'll be on the radio side next Wednesday. A trip to Paris, Mason County here at the Hilltop. No Madonna still to come in, and still trips to Bourbon and Augusta. So we said we'll have all that action here either on WCYN2's app or on the radio side of things over the next few weeks. Harrison County, as we mentioned, on a nice run, has won 3 of the last 5 games that they played, including a 2-game winning streak, knocking off Robertson County last week and Carroll County on Saturday. So we'll see what happens with that. Harrison County with a record of 12-10 on the year, 4-2 in the 10th region, but more importantly, 4-1 in the 38th district. 4-1 in the district for Harrison County. So it has been a very good year for Coach Watson's troops. On the flip side of things, as far as this Lady Saints ball club, as I mentioned, they have 3 wins on the year. They, of course, on the Lady Saints, 3-4 team. 3 wins and 14 losses. Still looking for their first win in the 10th region at 0-9 and their first win in the 39th, 0-6. This will be, if I'm correct, the first year that the 39th district seeds. So it is kind of important. And so right now they're kind of looking up at their other 3 teams in the 39th district. As far as they go, they come in 1 out of 5, won 1 game out of their last 5, have lost the last 2, including a loss to Robertson County and a loss to Augusta last Friday. After tonight, well, they don't have a whole lot left in the season, about 4 more games in the next 2 weeks, as they will be wrapping up their district play against Bracken County on Friday night. And then they've got a date at Beechwood on next Monday. Still a home game with Robertson County and then Newport on the 18th. So they've still got a few games left as well. As we mentioned, Lady Saints, just kind of rough year. They knocked off Cornerstone Christian down in Somerset back in December for one of their wins. Another one coming against Felicity Franklin up in Felicity, Ohio. That one at the end of December. And their last win against Newport on January 24th. That game up in Maysville. So that's a little bit about how they both have come into play tonight. Right now, though, we're going to step out, have our opening prayer being brought to you by the First Methodist Church. Here is their pastor, Dr. Ted Beam.
Let's pray, please. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your incredible love and grace to us. We thank you for these teams that have gathered wanting to play and have fun in the great competition. So we're asking you to move in a wonderful way. You help each of the teams to do well, to do even better than they all hope for. We ask you to help them learn even better tonight about the sportsmanship, about fair play, about those lessons that they can take throughout their lives. We ask you to protect them all from any injuries. We ask you to be with the parents and the fans, that it will be a wonderful time tonight. Lift both schools to you, both teams, the coaches, the officials. Will you hold them all, please, in the palm of your hand. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm Ted Beam, pastor of First Methodist Church in Cynthiana at the corner of Pike Street and Church Street. And we hope you come worship with us this coming Sunday at 11 a.m.
And, of course, opening prayer brought to you by Dr. Ted Beam of the First Methodist Church. You're listening to the Cynthiana Hardy's pregame report here on WCYN2, as well as our YouTube page. We thank the nice folks on YouTube for allowing us to be with you, being brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Maysville Community and Technical College, Farm Credit, and Mid-America. All great folks allowing us to be on our YouTube. Right now, we're going to head down to the floor to Assistant Athletic Director Scott Fields for tonight's opening lineups in the National Anthem.
Addison Puckett. The anthem will be played by the Harrison County Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Michael Stone.
ROTC color guard leaving the floor. And said we'll head to our Assistant Athletic Director, Scott Fields, for tonight's starting lineups.
Now your starting lineups. First, for the visitors, is St. Patrick, Lady Saints. Number 1, Katie Kimball. Number 13, Lillian Clee. Number 15, Caroline Ozatek. Number 425, Allie Cascio. And number 30, Mackenzie Markley. Head coach for the Lady Saints, Mr. Isaac Lee. And now for your 2024-2025 Harrison County Phillies. Number 12, Aiden Lunsford. Number 20, Maddie Carson. Number 21, Keely Cusper. Number 23, Bailey Legend. And number 34, Katie Lindler. Phillies are coached by Will Watson. His assistants are Casey Watson, Kim Marshall, and Emma Garnett.
There's your starting lineups for both ball clubs. National anthem. Just a matter of now throwing the ball up and letting things go. The Lady Saints with a record of 3-14 on the year under head coach Isaac Clee. They'll be led on the floor. The leading scorer, Lillian Clee. She's a junior, averages 10 points on the year. Also getting a start tonight, another senior, number 1, Caden Kimball. Kimball will get a start as well, averaging 7 points. Mackenzie Markley. Markley's a junior. She wears the number 30. She averages 0.2 points on the year. Also getting a start tonight, number 15 is senior Caroline Polachek. Polachek averages 0.1 points on the year. And the final member of that starting lineup will be number 25, Allie Cascio. Cascio will get her start as now. We'll get your Harrison's line up here in a matter of moments. Ball about ready to go up. Hayden Lunsford against Clay. Ball is loose, and coming out with it very quickly will be the Harrison County Phillies' Keely Custard. Custard over to the left side to Carson. Carson will get it inside to Linville. Linville back outside to Carson. Harrison County starting with four seniors out on the floor. Bailey Hudgens along with Madison Carson. Hayden Lunsford, Katie Linville also out there as Hudgens will flip it out on the left side to Lunsford, who puts up a three-pointer, no good. And the final member of that unit will be junior Keely Custard getting a start tonight as well for Harrison County. Lady Saints moving the ball around, back on the right wing, getting it over to Clee. Clee, a junior, goes over to the right side, where she will find Kimball. Kimball back inside and back outside now to Clee. Clee has the ball knocked out of her hands. It'll go out of bounds off of the St. Pat Lady Saints. Harrison County will take over on the turnover. So we continue. Harrison County getting ready to bring the ball down the floor. Lady Saints without a couple of their regular starters tonight. Just barely under a minute. Barely underway here at the Hilltop. A little earlier start. Ball inside to Bailey Hudgens. Hudgens will kiss it off the glass. Up and in for two. Harrison County will take a 2-0 lead here at the 7-minute mark. Bringing the ball down will be Clee. Clee gets it across the line, picked up by Custard. She goes left, looks to go inside, pulls up about 10 feet out, puts the ball up. No, rebound comes down to Keely Custard. Keely wanting to run, looking for around, but she's leading the charge. Is met by 3 green jerseys. Back out to Hayden Lunsford, top of the key. She'll launch for the three-pointer. No good. Ball tipped around, and Clee comes out with it. She's wanting to run on the right side. Hudgens hanging out with her. Continues on, looks around. She'll pull up in the lane. Up and bounces everywhere but in. Knocked around, and Custard out with her third rebound here in the early going. Keely brings the ball down on the right side. Lunsford gets it back to Custard. She'll launch from the right wing. Up and in for 3, and that's a Joe Cochran State Farmer three-pointer. First 3 of the ball game. Phillies up 5-0 at the 6-minute mark. Bringing the ball down is Clee, Lillian Clee. Gets it over across to Kimball. Kimball thinks about going inside. Instead, will be met by Bailey Hudgens and brings it back out front, where she'll bounce pass it out front to Clee. Clee looking back inside to Kimball. Kimball tries to fight her way in, gets double teamed. Then thinks about kicking the ball back out to Clee, and if she does, Hudgens will get a hand on it and knocks it out of bounds. So Lady Saints will take it out in front of the stable. Very small stable. Looking inside. Tries to go to Clee. Clee gets double teamed. Flings it up anyway, and a first whistle of the ball game against Harrison County. And We'll give that first one on Keely Custer. It's the first of the ball game. So it's Klee at the line. She'll have a couple of shots here. First one perfect. So it'll break the 0 up on the board and make it 5-1. Klee on the year hitting only 39% of her free throws. Could not tell her from that first one. Or the second one. She buries them both. 5-2 our score at the 5:40 mark of the first quarter. Harrison County and the Lady Saints. The Breds are in action tonight. They're on the road. That's on the radio side of things this evening. Back out front. Carson looking inside to Linville. Linville goes around the defender. Then just drops the ball. It rolls out off of Harrison County. And with the turnover, ball will be put back in the Lady Saints' hands. Reds in action tonight, right down the road, taking on the Greyhounds of Paris. 7:30, so a little later start. I got a big week this week. Pendleton Friday here at the Hilltop, and make the trip to Augusta on Saturday. Ball put up, not able to make it fall by Cleese. Custard out with her 4th rebound of the ball game, and Keeley looking to run. Pulls inside the arc, puts it up, not able. A little too hard. Ball a long way outside. Hudgens will save it from going out to Lunsford. Lunsford from the left corner, no good. And out with the rebound for the Lady Saints will be Cassio. Cassio brings it on down the floor. She'll give away to Kimball. Kimball looking to the right side, looking inside. Back to Klee. Klee tries to fight her way in, gets triple team and still flings it up. Gets her own rebound, sees Hudgens knock it out. And coming out with is Kimball. Kimball gives way to Klee from the right corner for 3, not able to make it fall. And Custard out with the rebound. Keeley looking to run way down the floor. Goes to Hayden Lunsford. Lunsford off the glass, up and in for her first bucket of the ball game. Phillies back up 7-2. Mentioned Harrison County, a big week. Phillies back in action Thursday night at the Hilltop in district play against Pendleton. Ball goes underneath, trying to go in as Cassio, and as Cassio goes up, she will be fouled. Second foul against Harrison County. And that one against Hudgens, her first. Puts Kimball at the line. Or Cassio, rather. At the line. Puts it up and bounces on in there. Not all around the rim, but will fall through. Cassio leads the team in free throws with 71%. Next one, perfect. So all 4 points for the Lady Saints have come at the stripe as they come within 3 at 7-4 at the 4-minute mark. Do you have a big group to feed, or are you just hungry? Well, Snappy Made to Pizza can take care of you. The Beast Pizza is great for birthday parties, or food, Super Bowl. Just phone Snappy at 235-7627. That's 235-SNAP. Shot put up, no good. Out with the rebounds, Carson. Linville. No, that was Linville. Linville puts it up, not able to make it fall, and out with the rebound of the Saints. Looking to go inside, ball thrown away. Hayden Lunsford intercepts. Trying to get away from Kimball, goes way down the floor to Bailey Hudgens. Bailey looking to go inside, gets away from her defender, kicks it back out front to Lunsford. Lunsford to Custer. Custer looking to go right. Goes inside to Lunsford, or to Linville. Linville up and in for her first bucket of the ball game. Harrison County now up by 5 and 9-4. Like the third time they've been up by 5, just not able to kind of get over that. Kimball looking inside to Klee. Klee goes up and not able to fall. Gets her own rebound. Up and no, and we got another foul against Harrison County. Third of the ball game against the Phillies. And that one against Madison Carson. Carson's first. Klee's already 2 for 2 at the stripe, but she'll make her way back there. Not able to make that fall. Well, like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran and the State Farm team's there for you. There's State Farm Insurance. Your good neighbor looking for a new quote? Give Joe and his team a call at 859-234-3813. Second one not able to make it fall. Joe Cochran and the State Farm team, always proud supporters of both Breds and Phillies. Custard out with the rebound. Keeley will bring it across as we go under 3 minutes in the first quarter. Looking to the right side. Hudgens back out to Custer. Custer looking to the left side. She will hand off to Carson. Long three-pointer, a little too hard. Ball loose and out with the rebound that time is Allie Cassio. Cassio will give away to Kimball. Kimball bringing the ball across the timeline. Picked up by Hudgens. Looking over to the right. Continues to dribble out front. Goes to Klee now in the right corner. Hudgens Custard hanging right with her. 5 feet out. Clee will put it up, not able to make it fall. Hayden Lunsford out with the rebound. She'll give away to Custard. Custard way down the floor to Hudgens. Bailey across court to Carson. 18 feet out. Rolls in and back in it goes. Carson will be her first points of the ball game. 11-4 here tonight. And with that, all 5 seniors have been in the scoring column. Timeout on the floor called by the Lady Saints. 60 seconds, so we'll take it right with them. You are listening, of course, to Harrison County Fillies basketball as they lead Maysville St. Pat by a score of 11-4. You listen to Harrison County Fillies basketball here on WCYN.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Back here at the Hilltop. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first opening quarter. Harrison County has led the entire night with their biggest lead of the night at the moment, 11-4, score over the Lady Saints of St. Pat. St. Pat still looking for their first field goal of the ball game. All 4 points coming at the free throw stripe here in the first quarter. Clee will receive the ball, and Custer will pick her up as she comes across the timeline. Lillian Clee looking to go inside. Keely Custard hanging out with her. She'll run right into Carson and loses the ball, and she'll get called for palming the ball as she lost a handle on it and tried to get control back. And the official says, yeah, you can't do that. So with the turnover, we'll put the ball back in Harrison County's hands. There's a little under 2 minutes left to play. Well, they've been there for farmers since 1916. They're 16, and they're there for you right this very moment. Farm Credit in Mid-America. Phone Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Bailey Hudgens will put up the 2-pointer. She'll bury it. That's her 4th point of the ball game. They'll take a 13-4 lead, a 9-point lead, the biggest of the night for Harrison County. Looking inside to Clee. Custer will intercept, and she comes back down. Our first whistle against the Lady Saints. That will be against Lillian Clee, and that's her first. Harrison County going to the bench for the first time this evening as we've got mass substitutions going on out there. Kaylee Banks. Banks averages 0.9 points as a freshman. She will come in for Harrison County. She is also joined out on the floor by Lauren Hicks. Hicks, a junior, averaging 1.9 points on the year. She wears the number 30. And the final member of that unit is Savannah Kennedy. Savannah, a sophomore, wears the number 14, averaging 1.9 points. Hicks looking into Kennedy. She'll put it up. No good. And she goes back up. Clee picks up her second quick foul. With 2 fouls, both on Lillian Clee here, their leader. Let's go put Kennedy at the line. Savannah's first trip there tonight. She'll hit that one a little too hard, not able to make it fall. And coming in for Clee will be Mackenzie Markley. Markley, a junior, averaging 0.2 points on the year. She'll come in for Clee with those 2 fouls. Kennedy will still have a second free throw here. 1:16 left to play here in the first quarter. That one rolls in and back out, knocked out of bounds off of Harrison County. St. Pat will take the ball over. Well, as we said, we are on YouTube tonight, and we thank the folks on our sponsors, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Maysville Community Technical College, Farm Credit in Mid-America. Of course, you can always catch all the home games right here on WCYN Sports on our YouTube channel. Long 3-pointer buried that time by Caden Kimball. Kimball, first bucket of the ball game, first field goal of the quarter. Hudgens looks to answer from the right wing, rolls in and back out as we go under a minute. Ball loose, Kimball out with the rebound. Kimball looking to bring the ball down the floor. It's it across the timeline, picked up by Hudgens as we hit 40 seconds. Kimball looking inside. Custer comes out to pick her up down in the right corner. Gives way, ball loose, continues to be fought for, goes out of bounds off of Harrison County. And the Saints will take it out with 35 seconds left in front of the stable here at the Hilltop. Nice crowd for senior night. Ball thrown back in. Hayden Lunsford will take it away. Hayden trying to get around 3 green jerseys, gives way to Hudgens. Hudgens waits on the defender to go by. Then she puts it up and in for her 6th point of the ball game. It's 15-7. Harrison County with the lead as we had 20 seconds in the first quarter. Kimball brings the ball down. Hudgens will pick her up as she comes across the half-court line. Looks to attack. Then just loses a handle on it. Out of bounds it'll go. They're going to say that Hudgens helped that out with the foul. And that will be Bailey's second. Comes the first player for Harrison County with 2. Saints will take it out into their own basket with 14 seconds left. Get ready to throw the ball in. Kimball trying to find somebody. And she does. Ball knocked right back out of bounds. She tries to get it back into play, and Cassio not able to hang on to it. Harrison County will get ready to throw the ball in. Banks will receive the ball. Brings the ball across the timeline with 8 seconds. Lunsford on the left side. 5 seconds. Long three-pointer by Bailey Hudgens, and she'll bury it. That's a Joe Cochran State Farm three-pointer. Her 9th point of the quarter. Phillies up 18-7 here at the end of 1. We are going to step out. We'll have our second quarter of play. Harrison County 18, Maysville St. Patrick 7. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies basketball here on WCYN.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small-town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Back here at the Hilltop as we start the second quarter of play. Lauren Hicks out there staying right on Kimball. Hicks, Linville, Kennedy, along with Carson and Banks out there for Harrison County at the moment. Kimball looking in back out front. Hicks hanging right with her. On the left side. Continues to try to set the offense. Cleese come off the bench with her 2 fouls for the Lady Saints. She's out there obviously as well. Kimball looks to go inside. As she does, she is fouled. And let's see who this one's against. Against Carson. That'll be Carson's second. Cassio also out there for the Lady Saints. They are joined by Markley. And the final member of that unit is Jenna Cummins. Cummins wears number 12 as an 8th grader. Ball knocked around. We got Clee finally receiving it. It goes to Kimball. Hicks hanging out with her way out front. Harrison County remaining in their man-to-man defense here in early the second quarter. Cassio goes baseline, flings up a shot, can't get it to fall. Clee with the rebound. She'll lose a handle on it. Ball loose, and we got yet another whistle. Now against Savannah Kennedy. Be her first. 16 foul here in the first half. Lillian Clee out there. She received the ball, flings the ball up, cannot get the fall, knocks around, out of bounds off of Linville, and Harrison County will technically turn the ball over. Caden Kimball, the senior, will get ready to throw it in. He's in the 39th district, St. Pat, Augusta, Mason County, and Bracken. Clee goes down the lane, kisses it off the top of the backboard, up and in for 2. Her 4th point of the ball game. 39th district. Seeding, I believe, for the first time this year. They have, for many, many years, Drew. Long three-pointer put up by Carson. Cannot get it to fall. Kennedy out with the rebound from the left side. About 15 feet out. She'll put it back up. She can't get it to fall. And Cassio out with the rebound. She'll hand it off to Kimball. Kimball bringing the ball down the floor. Prekinton, daily lunch specials, always popular buffet. They're calling your name right now. Plan to visit soon to Harrison Square Shopping Center. Enjoy a meal at El Prekinton. Long three-pointer put up out the top of the key by Clee. She can't get it to fall, and Hicks out with the rebound. Ball passed around, goes to Carson. Carson up with a shot. She cannot get it to fall. Kennedy will save it from going out of bounds. And we'll get it to Banks. Banks is left alone. She'll put it up for about 5 feet out. Cannot get it to fall. Hicks out with the rebound, and back to Banks. Banks now out on the left wing. Goes to Carson, top of the key. Goes over to Kennedy. Kennedy, long three-pointer put up from the left side. Cannot get to fall. Goes and gets her own rebound. Goes in the lane. Up, no. Ball knocked around. Continues to be fought for. Banks up with it, and she'll kiss it off the glass for her first bucket of the ball game. Harrison up by 11 at 20-9 at the 5:40 mark of the second quarter. Stay with us at halftime. We'll have the Joe Cochran State Farm halftime report coming up, obviously at the half. Cleo put that one up. Cannot get it to fall. Out with the rebound that time, Harrison County. Down the floor. Gets it to Carson up. Cannot get it to go. And out with the rebound will be Clee. For over 70 years, Weber Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department, Weber Sausage. Shot put up, not able to fall. Harrison out with the rebound. Banks brings the ball down. She'll give away to Kennedy. Kennedy takes an extra little step there, and official says, yeah, that's a walk, and she'll turn the ball over. 5:02 left to play in the first half. Harrison County going back to the bench. Bringing in Elisa Williams. Williams, a sophomore, averaging 1.1 points on the season. Also, Emma Wadlow. Wadlow, a junior, wears the number 45, averaging 2.8 points on the year as they both come in for Harrison County. Across the way, Elizabeth Tucker. Tucker, a 7th grader, wearing the number 3 for the Lady Saints. Looking to go down the lane. Free throw stripe she'll give away. Continues to pass it around to Kimball. And timeout call by the Lady Saints. Coach Clee not seeing something that he liked as far as where his kids were going. A lot of them just standing. That's not good there. And 30 seconds, so we'll keep it right here. So Harrison County has led the entire ball game as they lead 18-7 right now, or 20-9. 20-9 our score here as Harrison County led the entire night. About halfway through with 4:41 left to play here in the first half of play. As we said, we'll have the Joe Cochran State Farm halftime report coming up at the half. Then we'll have our post-game report tonight where we will be joined by Harrison County head coach Bill Watson, as well as name the Judy Construction Player of the Game and take a look at all the numbers. All that coming in much, much later during the post-game this evening. 29 our score. Harrison County, as we said, has led the entire ball game. Keely Custer back in. Katie Linville, Lauren Hicks, Emma Wadlow all out there. And the final member of that unit is Williams. As mentioned, Harrison County with a busy week. After tonight, they're back here at the Hilltop this coming Thursday night against Pendleton County as they'll wrap up district play in a very big district game. Ball thrown in. It's intercepted that time by Wadlow. Wadlow looks to go in, and as she does, she'll hand off to Keely Custer. Lady Saints back in the zone defense. She'll give away to Linville out on the right wing. Back to Custer. Custer to inside to Linville. She'll put it up, not able to make it fall. Gets her own rebound, up and in for 2. Katie's 4th basket of the ball game. One of those 4 seniors that were honored earlier. 22-9, Harrison with their biggest lead so far. Tucker brings the ball down, picked up by Hicks. Looking to go right. 7th grader nearly throws the ball away. Kimball will get it back across, and Custer will pick her up. Kimball gives way to Tucker. Tucker looks to her right. Picked up very quickly by Williams. Gives way back out front. Lady Saints having trouble going inside as they continue to move the ball around. Your Cynthiana Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. US 27 South, the Cynthiana, best burgers in town, and breakfast until noon each and every day at your Cynthiana Hardee's. Well, another turnover against the Lady Saints. Harrison County will take over. Fillies going back to their bench, bringing in Naomi Farrell-Laws. Laws, a freshman, averaging 0.9 points on the year. And we got mass substitutions out there for Lady Saints. As Polachek back in the ball game for the Lady Saints. Tucker remains in. They are joined also out there by Ali Cassio, along with Lillian Klee. And the final member of that unit is Ainsley Gillenstein. Ainsley Gillenstein. So yet another turnover, this one against Harrison County. So the Lady Saints will take over in front of their own bench at the 3:11 mark. Klee will receive the ball from Tucker. She throws it in, and we go across the timeline at the 3-minute mark. Klee looking to go to her right. Custard hanging out with her, looking back inside, pulls in the lane, up and off the glass for two. Nice play by Lillian Klee. Her 6th point of the ball game. 22-11 our score. Custer bringing the ball down the floor. Lady Saints, as we said, back in their zone defense, goes inside. Shot put up this time by Harrison County. By Williams. That's her first basket of the ball game. Puts Phillies back up by 13. Either end we go. Klee goes down the lane. Nice move off the glass, up and in for two. Her 8th point coming in, averaging 14 points on the season. Custer bringing the ball down the floor. Keeley gives way to Carson. Ball's lost, flings around, and finally coming up with it that time will be Polachek. She'll hand off to Klee. Klee slowly coming across the timeline. Very slow. Now she'll get across there. Custer nearly strips her of the ball. Tucker is able to come up with it. Back to Klee. Klee looking to go inside. Continues to try to move. Spins around. Puts up over 2 white jerseys up and in for 2. Nice shot. Klee with 2 fouls on her, but she's having a big second quarter with 8 points. 14-15. That's 10 of the 15 points to her credit. Custard looking across way to Linville. Back over across. Continue to try to move. That's Williams looking inside. A long three-pointer put up by Linville. Cannot get it to fall. Out with the rebound that time will be Williams. Williams puts it up and in for 2. Actually, I was Wadlow picking up the basket that time. 26-15 as we hit the 1-minute mark. Ball loose, rolls out off of Harrison County. It'll be St. Pat ball. Risa Heimlich, a junior, averaging 1 point, will come in for Katie Linville. 1:01 left to play in the first half. Trying to get the ball back in is Cassio. She will do just that to Klee. Klee flings it up, not able to fall. Ball knocked out of bounds. This time off of Williams, and Harrison County just cannot pick up that rebound. Cassio gets ready to throw the ball back into play. She'll stand and hold. Under their own basket, the count continues on, gets it into Klee. Klee has a straight shot, puts it up, not able to make it fall, and out with the rebound that time. The Phillies. Phillies move the ball down in a hurry. Long three-pointer put up by Wadlow, not able to make it fall. Out of bounds it'll go. And Saints will take over. 26-15. Phillies have led by as many as 13 here in the half. 44 seconds. Goes to Lillian Klee. Lady Maysville St. Pat, one of the smaller schools in the 10th region. Klee looking inside. Ball nearly and is tipped away. And coming out with it that time, Harrison County. They'll move the ball around, but they'll lose a handle on it. Then Custer takes it away. Carson goes around. Custer goes around. I'll get the name right here in a moment. Sorry about that. Klee bringing the ball down. Looking to go coast to coast here. Custard hanging out with her. She'll pull in just inside the arc, puts it up, not able to make it fall, and Custard out with the rebound. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Custard going coast to coast, puts it up, and with 1.9 seconds, she'll be fouled. And that whistle against Caroline Polachek. Polachek's first. Puts Custard at the line. Keeley's first trip there tonight. Has 3 points on the night. Came in averaging 9 points. Been very quiet, but has set a lot of this second quarter. Coach Watson getting a lot of players in. Cannot get the fall. She'll have a second one. Coach Klee will bring Kimball back in, and she comes in for Tucker. Stay with us. We'll have our Joe Cochran State Farm halftime report coming up in just a few moments. Up and in. Our 4th point of the ball game. 27-15. Kimball, long three-pointer at the half. It hits everywhere but in. So, first half is in the books. Harrison County leading the way, 27-15 on senior night here at the Hilltop. Stay with us. We'll have the Joe Cochran State Farm halftime report. We'll take a look at the numbers and a whole lot more coming up here from the Hilltop. Harrison County leading 27-15 over Maysville St. Pat. You're listening to Harrison County Fillies basketball on WCYN.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Breads and Fillies, WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
Back here at the Hilltop, we're at the half. The Joe Cochran State Farm halftime report. And Harrison County's led the entire night. They've led by as many as 13 here at the half. And throughout the night, right now up by 12 here as well. Most of the night, Phillies have kind of seesawed between that 11 and 13 mark, and as we said, they're up by 12 at the moment. Let's take a look at the individual numbers. For the Lady Saints, as we take a look, they are led in scoring by Lillian Klee. Klee came in averaging 14 points. She has 10 at the half, but 8 of those 10 coming in that second quarter, going 2 for 4 at the free throw line in the first quarter to account for her 10 points. Kaden Kimball with 3 points, had a big three-pointer in that first quarter to count for her 3. And then Allie Casio 2 for 2 at the stripe to count for her 2 points. That is the way the Lady Saints scored their 15 points here in the half. Harrison County, as we mentioned, they've got a very balanced attack tonight. All 5 starters are in the scoring book. They are led, though, by Bailey Hudgens. Hudgens with 9 points, all 9 coming in that first quarter. She did set a lot of the second quarter. Has 1 3-pointer, And as we mentioned, 9 points for Bailey Hudgens. And then they have 4 points for Keely Custer. Custer with 4 points, had a big three-pointer, and is 1 for 2 at the line to help count for her 4 points. Also with 4 points, Katie Linville. Linville with 2 in each of the quarters to count for her 4 points. Hayden Lunsford with only 2 points in the first half. 2 for Hayden. Savannah Kennedy going 0 for 2 at the stripe on the evening. 2 points for Kaylee Banks. Banks off the bench with 2 in the second quarter. Emma Wadlow also with 2 points. That coming in the second quarter. And Elise Williams with 2 points as well. That also coming in that second quarter as well. So that is the way the numbers look for Harrison County. On the night, the Fillies 1 out of 4 at the free throw stripe. As far as the Lady Saints, they are 4 out of 6 at the free throw stripe on the evening as well. As far as quarter scoring goes, the Fillies taking the first quarter 18-7, taking that second quarter 9-8 as they lead 27-15 here at the half. I'll tell you what let's do. We're going to step out for the 60-second timeout. When we return, we'll have more here from the Hilltop. Harrison County leading the way over Maysville St. Patrick by a score of 27-15. You are listening, of course, to Harrison County Fillies basketball here on WCYN.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Back at the Hilltop here at the Joe Cochran State Farm halftime report. Well, taking a look at a few numbers, the Harrison County Thoroughbreds tonight, they are on the road. They've not tipped off yet, not scheduled to a 7:30 start over at Paris, taking on the Greyhounds. Harrison County, as we mentioned, the Breds in action tonight. But over 2 weeks away from postseason play, Harrison County, the Thoroughbreds at 7 wins, 11 losses on the year, 5-2 in the 10th, and 4-1, though, that important number in the 38th district. Paris, on the other hand, they are 8-13, 3-6 over in the 40th, and 0-4. So it should be a very interesting matchup tonight with Harrison County and Paris. As far as the rest of the way for the Breds, as we take a look after tonight, they're back at the Hilltop with Pendleton County on Friday night, and they make the trip to Augusta. Now it's a 5:30 start on Saturday. Montgomery County a week from tonight here at the Hilltop. Trinity Christian Academy next Wednesday, and then Brockton County on Friday. And then Bourbon County on that Saturday. They wrap up the season with Mason County on the 18th here at the Hilltop, and then on that Thursday night against Scott High. The 38 district tournament is here at the Hilltop for the boys. I'm not sure we're at the girls, but the boys will be here at the Hilltop in about 2.5 weeks. For the Harrison County Fillies, as we mentioned, 12-10 on the year, 4-2 in the 10th region, 4-1 though, the important number in the 38th district. They have one more district game. That's Thursday night against Pendleton County. And I can tell you from experience, Pendleton County, they will fill the bleachers. So if you're a Harrison County fan, you need to try to make your way here and support the Fillies on Thursday night. Next Tuesday night, they'll be making the trip to Carlisle to take, actually, no, they won't. That's the wrong schedule. They will be making the trip on Saturday up to Indiana at the Hoosier Gym, where they filmed the movie Hoosiers, to take on Lewis County. Now, that's a 10 a.m. start. That's a 10 a.m. Eastern start. So we'll have that game probably around 9:45 on Saturday morning. On next Wednesday, they'll be making the trip to Paris. We'll have that back here on WCYN2. The following Saturday in Mason County here at the Hilltop. Monday, Villa Madonna, the 17th. On the 18th, Bourbon County, and the 20th, Augusta. On the road. So they got a few more games to play as far as Harrison County goes. As far as St. Pat, real quick, as we'll take a look at their schedule, 3-14. They have, after tonight, they're in action Friday at home against Bracken. They make the trip to Beechwood on Monday. Robertson County at home on the 12th, and on the 18th, they're in Newport as well. That's going to wrap up the Joe Cochran State Farm Halftime Report here on WCYN2. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies basketball here on WCYN.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Back here at the Hilltop, we appreciate you spending a little bit of your new Tuesday night with us, whether you be here on WCYN2's app or on our YouTube page at WCYN Sports, being brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Maysville Community Technical College, and Farm Credit Mid-America. Also, all the games here at the Hilltop right here on our YouTube side of things. Well, we get ready to start the second half, 27-15, Harrison County leading. Hayden Lunsford, Keeley Custard, Bailey Hudgens, Katie Linville, and Maddie Carson all out there. The starting five for the Fillies, for the four seniors. We'll get you the little Kimball along with Polachek. Klee also out there for the Lady Saints, Markley. And the final member of that unit is Cassio. Ball put back into play. Custer finds Hudgens. Bailey will launch from the left wing, not able to make it fall. Nice rebound by Hayden Lunsford. Lunsford back out to Custer. Looking inside to Hudgens. Bailey gets the ball stripped by Klee, and Klee looking to go the other way. Hudgens hanging right with her. Then the ball off of Klee's foot. Out of bounds it'll go. Harrison will take over with the turnover. He played in, 36 seconds? 7:24 left to play here in the third quarter. Keeley Custer bringing the ball down the floor. Gives way to Carson. Carson sees Klee go by her. Thought about going up, and as she went up, she ended up passing the ball, and she'll get fouled. I thought she was going to be called for a travel. The official said no, that's a foul on Klee, and that's her third. Only in Klee's third, that's big. It's early with the 7:15 left only in the third. Ball comes back in. Custer goes up, not able to make it fall. Ball fought for, and Lunsford out with the rebound. Hayden will give away to Custer. Custer to Carson. Long three-pointer too hard. Out with the rebound. Here comes Kimball and the Lady Saints. Harrison County coming back to their half-court defense. Kimball comes across, gives away that time to Cassio. Cassio nearly loses a handle on it. Hayden Lunsford going right step with her. And she looks to go inside, and she'll be called for a double dribble, and the turnover will put the ball back in Harrison County's hands. Well, do you have a big group to feed, or are you just hungry? Well, give Snappy Tomato Pizza a phone call. They have the Beast Pizza for birthdays or for parties, or, as I said, you got a big appetite? See if you can take the challenge. 235-7627, 235-SNAP, Snappy Tomato Pizza. Ball knocked around, Custard out with it. Keeley gives away this time to Carson, who finds Hudgens. Bailey gets away with a travel, goes up and in for two, and is fouled on the way to the basket. Good play. And Suley whistled this one on. We'll put Bailey at the line for the free throw. That goes against Mackenzie Markley's first. Bailey's first trip to the line. Up and buries it. 12 points now for Bailey Hudgens. First point since the first quarter. Mentioned the senior just a couple of games ago picked up her 1,000th point. Cassio picked up by Hayden Lunsford. Hayden going toe-to-toe with her. And she'll palm the ball, trying to get away from Lunsford. Another turnover, and we'll put the ball back into the hands of the Fillies. 30-15. Harrison County tied with their biggest lead of the night at 15. Ball thrown in by Lunsford. She'll find Keeley Custer. Custer bringing the ball down. Goes across the timeline, left side to Hudgens. Hudgens back out to Custer. Long three-pointer up a little too hard. Ball knocked around, and Bailey Hudgens will go and get the long rebound. Bailey looking inside. She'll throw the ball away, and coming up with it will be Clee. Lillian Clee comes in, gets double teamed, still flings up the shot, cannot get it to fall, and Lunsford out with the rebound. Hayden wanted to take off, way down the floor to Hudgens. Hudgens goes up and off the glass for two. She got ready to go up, and as she did, Clee just appeared. 32-15. 14 points for Bailey Hudgens. Bailey coming in, averaging 10 points on this season. Long three-pointer put up by Kimball. Cannot get it to roll in there, and out with the rebound will be Linville. Linville throws the ball away. Kimball comes up, fires up a wild-looking shot. Ball loose. Hudgens comes in. Clee will pick her up around the stripe. Gives away this time to Lunsford. Lunsford goes up. She launches the three-pointer, and as she does, Cassio comes in and hits her hand. So Hayden will go to the line for three. He just marked two. Was she not behind the line? Apparently not. They'll say she'll have two. I thought she was behind the line when she shot that. Okay, she does shoot three. I guess I just didn't see the other finger. Up and bounces on in there. Her third point of the night. She'll have two more. (33-15) her score. Mention the band here in full force for senior night. That one a little too hard, rolls off the rim. Stay with us during the post game. We'll take a look at the numbers, be joined by Coach Bill Watson, and name the Judy Construction player of the game. All that coming up during our post game report. Third one won't fall either. Ball loose. Kimball will get the rebound for the Lady Saints. Looking to come down. Hayden Lunsford will quickly pick her up. Kimball looking to get rid of her as we hit the 5-minute mark. Ball thrown away. Hudgens looking to run. Bailey down the floor. She'll find Hayden Lunsford. Lunsford off the glass for two. Nice bit of teamwork that time by Hudgens and Lunsford. So you continue to move. Clee goes down, finds Kimball down in the right corner. Picked up by Hudgens, looking to go inside, continues to go right, then left, then left. Still trying to get away from Hudgens. She'll just fling the ball up. It'll hit the side of the rim, no good. Carson out with the rebound, tries to go to Hudgens, but Bailey had her back to her, running the other way, and she was not expecting it. Out of bounds it'll go. Turnover goes back to Maysville St. Pat. 30-second timeout call by Harrison County. First 30-second they've called, so we'll keep it here. Our score, 35-15. Harrison County up by 20, their biggest lead of the night. In fact, St. Pat looking for their first point of the third quarter. Harrison County's outscoring them here in the third, 8-0. As I will remind you, Joe Cochran and his State Farm team, they're there to help. They're like good neighbors. Nice folks. They'll do what they can do. You need a new quote for something? We'll give Joe and his team a call. 859-234-3813. Joe Cochran and the State Farm team, always proud supporters of both Harrison County Breds, Fillies, and just the high school in general. 35-15, 4:31 left here in the third quarter. Harrison County has led the entire night. Biggest lead of the night at 20 at the moment. Kimball takes it out in front of the scorer's table. We'll find Clee now top of the key. Keely Custer picking her up, going right then left. Goes down the lane, loses a handle on it, out of bounds. It'll go off of St. Pat back to the Fillies. They've been there for farmers since 1916, and they're there right for you this very moment. Farm Credit Mid-America from Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Shot put up by that time by Lunsford. Can't get it to fall, and Cassio out with it. Gives it to Clee. Clee nearly stripped, but is able to get away from Hudgens. Looking inside. Picks up and goes way across court to Kimball. Kimball will have a long three-pointer, and she'll bury it. Nice shot that time by Caden Kimball. Her 6th point of the night. Second three on the night. And looking to answer, and will answer with the Joe Cochran State Farm three-pointer. That's Carson. Maddie Carson coming up with a big three-pointer. Her 5th point of the night. Just like that, Phillies back up by 20, thanks to Carson's big three-pointer. Clee looking inside to Cassio. Cassio gets fouled, and as she does, it's going to be off of Linville. And we got mass substitutions coming in for Harrison County. He's bringing in 5 new faces. Cascio will go to the line. She'll have 2 free throws. She's already 2 for 2 there in the first quarter to count for her 2 points. That one a little too hard. Cannot get it to fall. And substitutions for Harrison County. Keely Banks coming in. She is joined by Risa Hamlick. Emma Wadlow also coming in for Harrison County, and Elise Williams. And Savannah Kennedy. That's the 5th member of the unit. No JV game tonight, so with Pendleton on the horizon on Thursday night and how important of a game for that district, Coach Watson's getting his troops a little bit of rest tonight. Kennedy out with the rebound. She'll bring it down the floor. Looking inside, goes the right side. Clee intercepts. She'll outrun Banks. Goes down the lane, around Hicks, up in, cannot get to fall. Banks out with the rebound. Nice rebound that time as we quickly approach the 3:05 mark. Kennedy about 15 feet out, thought about. Instead, we'll hand off to Banks. Banks over across the way to Hicks. Hicks looking inside. She'll get it inside to Williams. Williams looking back with it. Goes up and in for her 4th point on the night. 40-18. Continuing to move the ball down the floor. That's Kimball. Kennedy will just take it away from her. Savannah looking to go down. She'll give away to Hicks. Hicks across court. Nearly losing the ball. Ball now loose on the floor. And we got a tie up, and that's against Klee and Hicks. And possession will belonging to the Lady Saints, so they'll take the ball out. 40-18. Harrison County leading with 2:34 left to play here in the third quarter. Jenna Cummins an 8th grader, will come in for St. Pat as Clee will have a seat with her 3 fouls. Kimball will receive from Cascio. Kimball bringing the ball across the timeline. Kennedy's going to pick her up, looking to her right. Slowly coming back out. Now he's going to try to dribble her back inside. Goes around the free throw stripe and will finally give away to Cummins. Cummins call for the double dribbles. Hicks just laid on almost. I shouldn't say laid on her. She just was right there on top of her. So with the turnover, Harrison County will take the ball over with 2:12 left to play in the third quarter. Banks bringing the ball down the floor. 40-18 our score. Harrison County's led the entire night. Banks long three-pointer. Kimball out with the rebound that time. Bringing the ball down on the right side. She'll try to put up a long three-pointer of her own. A little too hard that time. Out with the rebounds coming. She'll go back up. Not able to make it fall. And out with the rebound is Williams. Williams to Kennedy. Kennedy looking to outrun everybody. Kisses it off the glass for 2. Her first bucket of the ball game. 42-18. 1:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Kimball bringing the ball down the floor, looking to her left. Then goes right. Trying to get the teams to move around, and Lady Saints not helping Kimball out. Hicks said, I'll help you, and she'll just take the ball away from her. Goes the other way, and as she goes up, Cascio comes out and gets her, puts the shot up. It will fall in, and she'll be going to the line. Cascio's second foul of the ball game. That'll be Lauren Hicks' first basket of the ball game. Looking for this three-point play. Maysville St. Pat will call the timeout. 30 seconds, so we'll keep it here. 44-18, Harrison County leading the Lady Saints as they have led the entire night. We'll remind you we'll be not only back here on the YouTube side of things. It's Thursday night. We'll be on Friday night too. But Thursday night, Harrison County and Pendleton County in a very tough 38th district matchup. As I said, the Lady Cats, they travel well, so we know the place will be full on Thursday. Game time, 7:30. We'll have all the action on the radio side of things as well. And next time we are with you here on WCYN2's app. We take a real quick look here. Will be next week, I believe. Next Wednesday night. So we're making the trip to Paris with the Fillies. Reds will be here at home at Trinity Christian Academy. So that'll be a week from tomorrow night that we'll be making the trip to Paris. St. Pat's will go back to the bench. Brings in Kelsey Morris. Morris is an 8th grader. She'll come in for her first action of the night. Lauren Hicks will go to the line for the first trip to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. She'll do just that. Even after the timeout, nice job by Lauren Hicks. 45-18, 1:15 left to play here in the third quarter. Kimball receives from Klee, and she'll bring the ball across the timeline. Kennedy will pick her up, looking to go to her right side, back inside to Klee. Tries to go around Hicks, puts it up, and as she does, Lauren puts her arms up, but not quite far enough, and whistle for the foul. That'll be her first. Puts Klee at the line where she is 2 for 4. And she's 2 for 4 at the stripe, has 10 points overall. St. Pat's still looking for the first point of the half. And they'll get just that. Actually, that's not true. They've got 3 points. That'll be their first free throw of the half. They have 4 points now here in the half. 45-19, 104 left to play here in the third quarter. She'll have another one, and that'll fall through as well for her 12th point. Kennedy gets it back into Banks. Banks bringing the ball down the floor as we hit the 1 minute mark. On the left side to Hicks. Hicks looking inside. She'll find Williams. Williams over on the left side. Shot put up, not able to make it fall. Hicks out with the rebound, and she's fouled as she comes down with it. And if that's against Klee, which it may be, that would be her 4th. And it will be. That'll be her 4th. Really the only serious foul trouble for either ball club. Lauren Hicks back at the line where she's 1 for 1. That one a little too hard, not able to make it fall. 45-20. Finally, Coach Klee will go to his bench to try to get Lillian Klee out. Those 4 fouls. Caroline Polachek will come in. Hicks will have a second shot. And that one too hard as well. Kennedy goes and gets the rebound, about 10 feet out. Will put it up, not able to make it fall. Hicks out with the rebound, goes back up, no. Out with the rebound again. Harrison County goes up, not able to make it fall that time by Hamlick. And as Hamlick tries to go up, she's fouled. That one against Jenna Cummins, her first. Let's put Reese Hamlick at the line for 2. Well, too hard. She'll have a second. 41 seconds left here in the half. A little too hard as well. Hicks comes flying in there, gets the rebound, and Lauren does a nice job putting it back in for her 5th point. 47-20, 27 points, biggest lead of the night. Campbell bringing the ball down, and she'll just throw the ball away. Banks will take up. Picks it up, comes the other way with it, way down the floor to Hicks. Lauren up, not able to make it fall. Ball fought for, rolls around. Kennedy gets a rebound, up and in for 2. Savannah's 4th point of the night. Kimball bringing the ball down across the half-court line. Looking to go to her right, continues to try to go to her right. Kennedy just staying right with her. 4 seconds. Looking inside to Tucker. Tucker overmatched, puts it up, ball out of bounds, and the whistle will go off. Well, Harrison County continues to add to the lead here as we play 3 at the end of the third quarter. Harrison County 49, Maysville St. Patrick 20. You are, of course, listening to Harrison County Fillies basketball here on WCYN.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Congratulations, you're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Since 1956, your local hometown station and the home of the Breads and Fillies. WCYN, 1400 AM and 101.3 FM.
And we're back here at the Hilltop. Our YouTube coverage tonight being brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Maysville Community and Technical College, and Farm Credit in Mid-America. All the games here at the Hilltop on our YouTube side of things. We think Ben does an excellent job on the production side of it. We appreciate him quite a bit. Ball put back into play, looking inside to Linville. Linville finds Lunsford. Hayden puts up a long three-pointer, cannot get it to fall. Hudgens with the rebound. Harrison County back with their starting lineup. Hudgens with a long rebound. And ball knocked around. Actually, Heimlich, a freshman, is out there with the four seniors, Carson, Hudgens, Linville, and Lunsford. So Heimlich also out there for Harrison County. 29-point lead, 49-20, barely underway here in the fourth. Kimball, long three-pointer, cannot get it to fall. Hudgens out with the rebound. Hudgens looking to the left side, so she'll find Carson, who goes back to Heimlich. Heimlich nearly stripped, but comes back up with the ball knocked around, and inside it'll go to Hudgens. Hudgens finds Lunsford. Hayden with a long three-pointer, not able to make it fall. Hudgens out with the rebound. Back up. No, Linville fights for the ball, and they're going to say it was off of her as it goes out of bounds. Kimball along with Tucker. Also out there, Morris. Maysville St. Pat will call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here for the moment. Polachek also a member of that unit to start the second half. Elk Prekinton, daily lunch specials. Always popular buffet. Lots of great food. Calling your name right this very moment out at the Harrison Square Shopping Center. Go enjoy a great meal at Elk Prekinton. Great food, nice folks. Go check them out today. 49-20. 7:07 left to play here in this one at the Hilltop. Phillies back in action Thursday night as they play host to district rival Pendleton County. Then on Saturday, they're making the trip to Indiana, taking on Lewis County at the famed Hoosier Gym, where they shot the movie Hoosiers many, many, many years ago. Ball, long three-pointer put up by St. Pat. Cannot get it to fall. Heimlich out with the rebound, and she will give away to Linville. Katie bringing the ball down the floor. Goes across the timeline to Hudgens. She'll find Lunsford about 23 feet out. She'll put it up, not able to make it fall. And out with the rebound that time will be Cummins. Cummins went down the floor and then goes backwards and gives way to Kimball, who then takes over command and brings it across the timeline. Looks over to the right side. Cummins with about 22-foot three-pointer, not able to make it fall. And Lunsford looking to run. She comes to the rebound, gives way to Hudgens, barely up and up for two. Cannot get it to fall, and that will have a whistle against Caroline Polachek. That'll be Polachek's second. Bailey Hudgens will go to the line. She has 14 points. She'll have 2 free throws. She is 1 for 1 there here in the ball game. Make her 2 for 2. She'll bury that one. Lillian Klee will come back in for Polachek with her 4 fouls. 6:23 left to play here. Up and in. 51-20. Ball put back into play. Kimball bringing the ball across the timeline, looking to her right. Gives way this time to Cummins. Long three-pointer, misses everything. Heimlich out with the rebound, then is stripped by Klee, who goes straight to the basket for 2. Her 14th point on the night. Came in averaging 14 points, so she's right there. 51-22. Long three-pointer put up by Bailey Hudgens, and that's a Joe Cochran State Farm three-pointer. Her first three-pointer of the ball game. 8 points overall tonight for Hayden. 54-22 her score. Long three-pointer put up by Kimball. Cannot get it to fall. Lady Saints out with the rebound. Klee looks to answer. She'll miss everything as she launches a three-pointer. Out of bounds it'll go. Harrison County will take over. And the Phillies back to the bench. Farrell Law will check back in. She will be joined by Nia Marks. Marks is a junior, averaging 0.5 points. Wears the number 31, her first look of the night. May Heimlich will stay out there. They are also joined by Emma Wadlow. Wadlow, a junior, will come back in. And the final member of that unit will be Kaylee Banks, a freshman. Looking inside to Marks, who puts up the shot, cannot get it to fall. And Harrison County with the rebound, up and in for two. May Heimlich will put up her first bucket of the night to make it 56-22. Full timeout call by the Saints. 56-22, 5:11 left to play. Harrison County leading Maysville St. Pat. You are listening to Harrison County Fillies basketball here on WCYN.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
How we agree.
Well, back at the Hilltop as we'll get ready to get this back underway. Kimball with a long three-pointer. Off the glass, no good. Ball comes to Clee, and as Clee gets ready to think about trying to take a hand on it, she gets a hand on her. Foul against Harrison County. That's against Naomi Farrell-Law, her first. So Farrell-Law will pick up the foul, makes it 52-22. Actually, no, that's against Heimlich. Sorry about that. May Heimlich will pick up the foul. Her first. Ball put back into Clee. Clee goes up with the shot. Cannot get it to fall. Out with the rebound will be Marks. Marks gives way to Banks as we're at the 440 mark. Banks across the way. Long shot put up by Wadlow, and she'll bury it. About 10 feet out. Nice shot. Her fourth point. Well, your Cynthiana Hardee's want you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, whenever you're hungry. US 27 South of Cynthiana, the best burgers in town, and breakfast until noon. It's your Cynthiana Hardee's. Long three-pointer put up by Kimball and bounces everywhere but in, and Heimlich out with the rebound, gives way to Banks. Banks looking to bring it across the floor. Looking to the left side, she'll pick up the ball and gets called for the travel. Actually, not called for the travel. They'll say, they'll say Harrison County. Coach Watson called the timeout to get subs in. And with the timeout, the Phillies will just hang on to the ball and get the ball back into play as he went and brought in a couple of subs. Try to get you. One is Madeline Carson. Maddie, the senior, coming back in. She is joined by Reese Heimlich, who's also come back in. Shot down to Wadlow. She puts it in. It rolls around and falls back out. She gets his own rebound, and she looks to move. She's called for the double dribble. St. Pat got away almost with a foul there. 3:38 left to play. For over 70 years, Weber Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Kimball launches a three-pointer, her third three of the night, as she'll bury it. Ball thrown back in, and as it is, St. Pat will intercept and is called for the travel, so Harrison County will take the ball out of bounds. 58-25 our score. We hit that magic 35-second mark, and so the clock is going to continue to score or go. 3-minute mark. Wadlow goes up, and as she does, she's fouled. Let's see who this one's on.
St. Pat fouls number 25, Cascio.
Cascio, her third. Wadlow will go to the line for two. As we mentioned, with Harrison County taking that 35-point lead a moment ago, the clock will continue to run with the exception of the actual free throw shot, and that one will fall through to make it 59-25. Second one, not in there. Wadlow, a very good night. 6 points overall. Clee back in for Kimball for the Lady Saints. 2:40 left to play. Stay with us. We'll have our post-game report. Take a look at the numbers. Be joined by Harrison County head coach Bill Watson and named the Judy Construction Player of the Game. All of that coming up during the post-game report this evening. Kimball goes up, or make that Clee goes up, and she's fouled as the basket falls in. Our 16-point. Risa Heimlich will be whistled for her first foul. Clee will go to the line for the free throw shot, looking for the three-point play. She is 4 for 6 there in the night. A little too hard, and ball fought for. Marks just takes it away. Nice job that time. And we'll get it back into the hands of Williams. Williams has the ball stripped. Clee looking to go the other way as we hit the 2-minute mark. Long three-pointer up, and no. Ball knocked around. Reese Heimlich out with the rebound. Make that May Heimlich out with it. Gives it to Marks. Marks coast to coast. Up and in for 2. Her first bucket of the ball game. 62-27. 1:40 left to play. Clee loses the ball as she tries to go inside. About 4 jerseys the other way. Down to May Heimlich. She waits for the defense. Up and in for 2. Her 4th point. 90 seconds. 64-27. Phillies have led the entire night. 120. Cassio goes down the lane. Marks just takes it away from her. The official calls a tie-up jump ball, and they say it belongs to St. Pat, so they'll take the ball out. But as we mentioned, the clock continues to run. They'll take it down into their own basket. Cassio throwing it in as we hit the 1-minute mark left in the ball game. Cassio trying to get the ball into play. Ball knocked back out by Marks. St. Pat will try to get it back in. 50 seconds. Cassio looking to go inside to Clee. She'll fling it up, not able to make it fall, and out with the rebound that time is Wadlow. Wadlow trying to get down the floor. She's left alone. She'll get it across to Heimlich, who has to come back and receive the ball. Back inside to Williams, up and in for 2. 25 seconds. Coach has to be very happy with the balanced attack they've had tonight. They have come out and played up big, especially some of the non-starters. Clee looking to go inside. She's stripped by Harrison County. May Heimlich gives way to Wadlow, up and in for 2. 5 seconds. Other end we go. Long shot just thrown down the floor as the buzzer will go off. The game will come to an end. Harrison County picks up their 13th win to go 13-10 on the year as they knock off the Lady Saints by a final 68-27 here this evening. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to step out. When we return, we'll have our post-game report. So we said we'll be joined by Harrison County head coach Bill Watson. We'll also take a look at the numbers and name the Judy Construction Player of the Game. All of that coming up during the post-game report. Your final one more time. Harrison County 68, Maysville St. Pat 27. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies basketball here on WCYN.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small-town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Congratulations, you're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Back here at the Hilltop as we begin our post-game report. Harrison County, nice win tonight, picking up the 13th on the year, their third win in a row. I mean, quite a nice little run, and this is the time of year you kind of want to put that stuff together. As I mentioned, just a little about 2.5 weeks from a district tournament taking place. And so we can get ready for the postseason in just a couple of weeks. Harrison County, as we mentioned, their 13th win to go 13-10. Maysville St. Pat with their 15th loss on the year. They've had a rough year to go 3-15 now overall. Well, let's take a look how the numbers break down. Harrison County putting a very, very balanced attack on the evening. As we take a look, everybody but 2 players in the scorebook actually only 1 player in the scorebook not getting the points tonight. Everybody else, even the folks coming off the bench, were able to get in the scoring column. They were led tonight by Bailey Hudgens. Hudgens was 16 points, doing a very nice job, as we mentioned, sitting a lot of time tonight, as Coach Watson was able to get a lot of his role players, some of his JV kids in, as there was no JV game tonight, but was able to get them some playing time here in varsity experience. 16 points for Bailey Hudgens. Bailey, nice night tonight, going 3 for 3 at the free throw stripe to help count for those 16. The rest of the scoring looking like this, with 8 points, Hayden Lunsford. Hayden with 8, going 1 for 3 at the stripe. Only 1 3-pointer on the night for Hayden. 4 points for Keely Custer. Custer with a big 3-pointer, going 1 for 2. All 4 of hers coming in that first half. Lauren Hicks. Hicks on the night, going 5 points overall, all coming in that third quarter. She had a pretty big run there in the third with 5 points on the night. She goes 1 for 3 at the free throw stripe. Not that one free throw, part of a 3-point play. Savannah Kennedy off the bench, had 4 points on the night, going 0 for 2 at the stripe, but did a nice job off the bench tonight with her 4 points. Madeline Carson. Maddie Carson, the senior, with 5 points, had 1 big 3-pointer in that third quarter to help count for her 5 points. Naomi Farr-Laws did get a little bit of playing time, but did not score tonight. Katie Linville, one of the seniors, getting 4 points on the night, all coming in the first half tonight as well. Kaylee Banks doing a nice job off the bench, running the show. She had 2 points to count to her total. May Heimlich also off the bench, had 4 points coming in that fourth quarter here off the bench with 4. Reese Heimlich also coming off the bench tonight. She went 0 for 2 at the stripe on the evening. Emma Wadlow had a big night off the bench. She had 8 points, 6 of those 8 coming in that fourth quarter, 2 for 2 at the stripe to help count for her 8 points. Lisa Williams with 6 points, doing a nice job on the evening as well. 6 points for Williams. And Nia Marks coming off the bench, had 2 points late in the ball game, had some nice rebounds and fought for some great long rebounds to help count for her 2 points. That is the way the Phillies scored their 68. Maysville St. Pat, they only put 3 players in the scoring column. They were led by Lillian Klieg. Klieg was 16, and she played most of that ball game with in foul trouble tonight. As we mentioned, she had 16. Caden Kimball with 9 points on the night for the Lady Saints. 9 points for her. All of those coming behind the 3-point line. And 2 points for Ali Cassio. 2 for 4 at the stripe to count for her 2 points. We're now joined by Harrison County head coach Bill Watson. And, Coach, very balanced attack here tonight.
It was. I mean, I think we only had 1 in double figures, but when you put up 68 points and only 1 in double figures, there were lots of kids scoring the ball. And I think Casey said, excuse me, we had 20 assists as a team. Yeah. And probably could have been more if we'd have made a few open looks in the first half. But we did what we're supposed to do. I mean, we're we were the better basketball team, and it took us a while because of the rotation and substitution patterns because of senior night. Yeah. But I'm happy for our kids, happy for our seniors. I don't think our underclassmen will know how much we miss them until next year.
Gotcha.
But we got a big one on Thursday. Hopefully we can continue this little win streak and do what we need to do on Thursday.
Well, that's two things that you got to be proud of tonight. One was the emotional night of the senior night. The girls came out and played very well, not only the seniors but the underclassmen. But you also had to be very proud of the kids not overlooking this game because everybody knows how big Thursday is.
Well, we didn't overlook it. I thought we were a little sluggish early, but we've been that way for 3 or 4 of the last 4 or 5 games. Yeah. And obviously our starting lineup was a little different tonight. We've got to figure out a way to play the first 6 minutes like we play the last 26 minutes. And that's pretty good for us if we can get that the first 6 minutes, and we told them just now if we can't do that on Thursday for all the marbles, I'm not sure we will ever get there. But I think we'll play inspired basketball from the tip and see what happens.
Well, Coach, not looking ahead, I want you to mention something real quick here on our YouTube side of things about Saturday. Saturday's a big day.
It is. The younger generation, our kids, they may not know where, some of them have never seen the movie Hoosiers.
That's sad.
Well, we tried. We have a lock-in with our kids in the fall, and we tried to get them to watch it while they were here, and 4 or 5 of them fell asleep. So, but for the older people that are like my age, I can't wait to get there.
Yeah. Have you ever coached there?
Have never been there.
Okay.
Have never been there. While I was at Bourbon, we tried to go up there, and we had some snow. We weren't able to go, and then I could never get back in touch with them. But we have an opportunity to go play in the Hoosier Gym, obviously, we're talking about, where they filmed some of the movie Hoosiers. We're the home team because I set it all up. Okay. So we should be in the Hickory locker room.
Wow.
So like I said, for the people that know what we're talking about, I'm like a little kid. I'm ready to go.
I can imagine. And bright and early, the 10 o'clock tip-off. Well, as we mentioned, that'll be exciting on Saturday, but first things first, you got to win the district.
Yes, and that's where, we started preparing for them a little bit yesterday. We'll prepare really hard tomorrow for about an hour and 40 minutes of practice, and we'll be ready to play. If we make shots, we'll be perfectly fine.
Okay. Well, Coach, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you coming all the way to the top with me.
I'm going to stop halfway down and take a break.
Let you fling the mic over to you next time.
I'm going to talk to Brad. We need a rest area about halfway up there, some snacks.
Maybe an usher or something. But, I appreciate you coming up, Coach.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks. That, of course, Harrison County Head Coach Bill Watson joining us here this evening. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to step out. We'll be back and wrap up our post-game report. Harrison County picking up the 13th win on the year over Maysville St. Patrick, 68-27. You are listening, of course, to Harrison County Fillies basketball here on WCYN.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Back here at the Hilltop, as we mentioned during our post-game report, we gave you as far as the individual numbers go, as far as the quarter scoring goes rather quickly. Harrison County taking that first quarter 18-7, taking the second one 9-8 to make it a 27-15 halftime score. Harrison County with the lead. Fillies taking the third one 22-5 to make it 49-20. And then the fourth quarter, taking the fourth quarter 19-7 to make it a 68-27 final here this evening. As far as we take a look at the schedules over the next little bit, as we mentioned, the Breds are in action as we speak over at Paris, taking on the Greyhounds here this evening. Now, the Fillies are back in action. Well, let's take a look at the Breds first, then we'll tell you what's going on with the Fillies. They're in action on Friday night here at home against Pendleton County. Tip-off schedule 7:30. We'll have all the action on the radio as well as the YouTube on Friday night. On Saturday, well, they're in action at 5:30 as they make the trip to Augusta to take on the Panthers. A couple of historic gyms for Harrison County on Saturday as the Breds will be playing at Augusta at 5:30. Now, as far as this St. Pat Ball Club, as we take a look at their schedule over the next little bit, after tonight, they are back in action this coming Friday night as they return to Maysville to take on Bracken County. And then next Monday, they're at Beechwood. So they got a few more games left on their schedule. This Harrison County Ball Club back in action. The game we were talking about this coming Thursday night. It'll be here at the Hilltop. And it'll be on the YouTube side of things, the radio side of things as well. Is the Pendleton County Lady Cats come in. The winner becomes the number 1 seed in the 38th District Tournament, which is being played in about 2 weeks, about 2 weeks or so. And so Harrison County and Pendleton County. And if you're familiar with high school basketball in this area, you know Pendleton will bring everybody they can find in Falmouth and Butler and anywhere in between. So make sure, if you're a Harrison County fan, you fill the gym as well this coming Thursday night. Tip-off scheduled at 7:30. On Saturday, well, they make that trip to the Hoosier Gym up in Indiana to take on Lewis County. Special start time, 10 a.m. with 9:45 is scheduled pregame. So breakfast with the Fillies this coming Saturday. We'll have, of course, all of that on the radio side as well as the app on Saturday. Our next game as far as here on WCYN2's app will be against Paris. That'll be a week from tomorrow. Next Wednesday, we'll be making the trip over to Paris to take on the Lady Greyhounds. Game time 7:30. We'll have all that action here on our YouTube, or not on the YouTube. That game will be on WCYN2's app. Hopefully you were taking notes because there was a lot there. We appreciate you spending a little bit of your Tuesday night along with me. And we'll say, of course, big thank you to all the folks that have allowed us to be with you, our sponsors, both on WCYN2's app as well as on our YouTube broadcast. That includes, of course, Kentucky Farm Bureaus, Maysville Community Technical College, and Farm Credit Mid-America, bringing us all of our YouTube coverage throughout this season. We think Ben doing a nice job running our equipment as far as our YouTube page. Does an excellent job for us, both that and in sales. And if you have any questions, give him a call. He will be more than glad to talk with you and see how you can be a part of Harrison County sports as well. We thank you most of all for spending a little bit of your Tuesday night along with me here on WCYN. Your score for the final time here in just a moment. Harrison County picks up their 13th win on the year to go 13-10. Maysville falls to 3-15 overall here this evening. Now, your score for the final time tonight, Harrison County wins 68-27 over Maysville St. Patrick.